Good morning, students. Welcome you all in the lecture of Dynamics of Machine. Till now, we have seen how to draw, how to solve static equilibrium problem with the help of free body diagram. Okay. In static equilibrium, if a mechanism is in static equilibrium, then each and every component of that mechanism is also in static equilibrium. So, with the help of free body diagram, we can solve the problem of static equilibrium. Okay. Now we have one another method in which we don't require to draw the free body diagram of a mechanism. We can analyze the whole mechanism as a one single unit, and we can solve the problem of static equilibrium. Okay. The static equilibrium is to calculate the amount of external torque, to calculate the amount of external force. Okay, so with the help of this method, we can solve the problem of static equilibrium. Method is principle of virtual work. Principle of virtual work. With the help of this method, we can also solve the problem of static equilibrium. Okay. Now, what is principle of virtual work? First of all, what is virtual work? Virtual work is the work during a very small displacement. Okay. So, principle of virtual work says that the amount of work required for a virtual displacement is zero. The principle of virtual work states that the work done during the virtual displacement is zero. Now, what is virtual displacement? Virtual displacement is infinitesimal displacement, a very small amount of displacement. So, if the amount of displacement is very small, then the amount of work required to do such displacement is also equal to zero. So, we are going to apply this concept. This concept is the principle of virtual work. Amount of work required for a virtual displacement is zero, and virtual displacement is the amount, the very small displacement or very infinitesimal displacement. Okay. Let's say with an example we can understand the principle of virtual work. Let's say we have a slider crank mechanism. We have a slider crank mechanism. We have a slider crank mechanism. Okay. Slider crank mechanism. We have a slider crank mechanism. Okay. So, slider crank mechanism. Okay. Now we have this slider crank mechanism 1, link 2, link 3, and link 4. Okay. Now we are displacing our system with virtual displacement, a very small amount of displacement. This mechanism is subjected to an external force F and an torque T. Okay. These conditions are given. So, while virtual displacement will, let's say, very small amount of displacement. So, the crank will be displaced with an amount of del theta. By displacing the crank with an amount of del theta, this piston or link 4 will also move in the linear direction. Okay, in this direction. So, let's say we have a virtual displacement. Virtual displacement is very small amount of displacement. Here the amount of displacement is looking large, but it is a very small amount of displacement. Okay. So, let's say this one is the second position. Okay. O, A, B, and we can say that O, A dash, and B dash. Okay. This amount of displacement is, let's say, del x, and this amount of displacement is del theta. Okay. If we have a small amount, that del theta is very small and del x is also very small, so work of work done. Okay. Now at O we have bearing. There is no displacement of this bearing, so the work done on this bearing will be 0. Okay. So this one is also 0. Now then one reaction, we will have one reaction. Actually work is done due to the torque with an angular displacement and force with an parallel displacement. Okay, if we have displacement along the force, then we will have work. If we have angular displacement along the torque, then we will have work. Then we will have work. One reaction we will have here, vertical reaction, and due to vertical reaction we don't have any vertical displacement. So the work done by this vertical reaction is also equal to 0. Now bearing. Now we have reaction at A and reaction at B, where the connecting rod is connected. Okay, A and B. The reaction will be equal and opposite, so we don't have any work by this reaction at A and reaction at B. So now the third, we have included reactions at here, we have included reactions at here, we have included reaction at A and reaction at B. Now we have only two forces. One is force F with a displacement along the force del X. We have torque T, displacement along the torque is del theta. Okay. So work done by force F, work done by F is equal to F into del X. Work done by torque T, we have T into del theta. So the total work W will be equal to F into del X plus T into del theta, and that work will be equal to 0 because of the concept of virtual work. Okay. If we are taking the whole activity with an time interval of del t, then we can write F dx by dt plus t d theta by dt equal to 0. Now this F dx by dt is nothing but velocity, component of velocity along the force F, and t into omega, component of angular velocity along the direction of t, will be equal to 0. So we can write t into omega minus f into v. We can write t will be equal to minus f v by omega. This one is the amount of external. Now t, we can calculate the value of t, and this amount of t is the torque required. This amount of torque required for the static equilibrium of the mechanism. Okay. So as we have calculated in previous questions by drawing free body diagram, we have also calculated the amount of torque required for the static equilibrium of mechanism. So we can solve our problem with the help of this one. T will be equal to F into V by omega. This negative sign indicates that the amount of torque is applied in the opposite direction of the omega. Okay, so we will solve numericals on this case also, and we will find the amount of torque as we have calculated in case of free body diagram. So we will calculate the amount of torque required for the static equilibrium of the mechanism. Okay. So the main important part is we have to take care of the amount of force, and we have to take the component of velocity along that force. We have to take care of this omega also. Omega is the angular velocity along that direction, along the direction of torque. So we have to take care of these 2 points. Okay. So for virtual displacement, we require to draw the velocity diagram of the mechanism. We required the velocity diagram of the mechanism. Okay. So you have to practice how to draw the velocity diagram of a mechanism, which you have already studied in kinematics of machine. So in the next lecture we will solve problem on the principle of virtual work. Okay, this with the help of principle of virtual work, we don't require, the benefit of the concept is we don't require to draw the free body diagram. One thing we require to draw the velocity diagram of the mechanism. If we have velocity diagram, why velocity diagram is required? With the help of velocity diagram, we will calculate the component of velocity along the force. We will calculate the component of velocity along the force. For work done, we require the component of velocity along the direction of force. Okay, so this thing we required. Okay, so the homework for you is just practice how to draw the velocity diagram of a mechanism. With the help of velocity diagram, we will calculate amount of force, and with the help of amount of force, we will calculate the required objectives. Like if we require the torque, then we will calculate the torque. Okay, this is it for today. We will meet in the next lecture with an example of numerical.